Hey guys, this week's best practice is don't keep score. In Matthew chapter 12, Jesus said it this way: out of the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks. The good man with the good stored up in him, that's what comes out. You got bad stored up in you, that's what's going to come out.
Ooh, reminds me of a story. We actually did an interview this morning with Lynn Ford at WBCL out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. We had a great time, but she asked me a question, and it caused me to remember a time when the kids were really young, and we had a newborn, a 2-year-old or whatever, and I think Courtney was probably around 7 or so.
Yeah.
And we were coming home from church. Julia had bought something from the mall she needed to take back. And she said, gosh, I need to take this back. And she was really reluctant to take it back because, you know, we had 3 kids in the car. And so I convinced her, hey, look, I'll take care of the kids and just sit in the car. You just run in and exchange it, and we'll cruise on back to the house, right? So we roll up to the mall. She gets out. And, of course, as soon as she gets out, the kids become kids, as kids do, especially right after church. You know what I mean? And so Joshua spits up. I don't know. Summer's probably got candy in her hair or something. I can't remember all the specifics, but they were freaking out, and it was a normal little kid day, right? And I remember sitting in the car, and I was thinking, because clearly it must have taken a little bit longer in the mall than
It was packed, which is why I didn't want to go in.
So I'm sitting there, and I keep waiting, and I'm still managing the kids, and I started thinking, well, when she gets back in here, I'm going to really let her know just how intense and how much I served her out here, taking care of these kids while she went in the mall. And as I was having that thought, the Holy Spirit spoke to me. And it was just as if he says, well, you moron, this is the person you vowed to love before God and man, and now you're just sitting here loading your gun, if you can get the visual, on how you're going to unload, when you're the one that convinced her to go in there to begin with. So it goes back to really what you were saying earlier. The best practice is number one, don't keep score, because if you're keeping score, you lost already. Second of all, tame your tongue, right? Tame your tongue.
Ralph Waldo Emerson said it this way: every man deserves to be remembered by his best moments. So this week, we want to challenge you and encourage you to take thought of where your thoughts are and make sure that the overflow of your heart, you want it to have good, that you're storing up those good thoughts
right on.
and good memories.
Have a blessed week, y'all.